Today we're going to look for patterns in rectangles area and perimeter. Before we get started, think about what perimeter is and think about what area is. We've done both of these concepts in the past 2 units. If you forgot, I put a little graphic here to show you when we're talking about perimeter, we're referring to the distance around the edge of the shape. And then area is the amount of the shape that it takes up, or the amount of squares inside of the shape. Area, we use square units, while perimeter, we just use a unit. Okay, let's look at our task for today. This task is called Predict Area and Perimeter. And you can see that this is our dot paper, and there's already one rectangle on our dot paper. And the first question says, what is the area and the perimeter of rectangle A? So you can use these the space in between the dot to just represent a centimeter, or you can just even refer to it as a unit to see what the perimeter is or what the area is. Okay, draw another rectangle by increasing rectangle A's length and width by 1 unit each. Label this new rectangle B. So we're going to create a new rectangle, rectangle B, by increasing the length and the width by 1. So our length now is 1, 2, 3, and our width is 1. So you'd want this to be 4 by 2. So then you would draw your 4 by 2. You could just draw it down here. You can draw it over to the side. It's up to you. Label that new rectangle, rectangle B. Then you're going to draw another rectangle labeled C. And again, you're going to increase it by 1 unit. You're going to follow that same pattern, and you're going to draw a rectangle D and a rectangle F. Again, rectangle D will be 1 more length and width from C, and then F will be 1 more length and width from D. Then you're going to fill in some units. So you can easily just fill in these units knowing that you just increased your length and width by 1. So B would be 2 units and width would be 4 units. You can calculate the area and then the perimeter, and you're going to do that for all of your rectangles. Next, you're going to answer some questions. What are some patterns you see in the perimeter column? What patterns do you see in the area? So you just take a look at the area and the perimeter, and what do you notice that happens to the area and perimeter as your rectangle gets larger? Imagine you drew a rectangle H that followed the same growth rules of the other ones. What do you predict the area and the perimeter of this new rectangle H to be? Explain how you predicted this. This is not exactly how your rectangles are going to look, but I wanted to show you these 3 visuals because this is what happens when we increase the length and the width by 1 unit. So this is just 1 by 1, now it's 2 by 2, and now it's 3 by 3. So before you do the task, you kind of have a good context or understanding of how your figure is going to grow by the time you get to figure G. Good luck with this task today.